Hey, what's going on, guys? So I'm going to give you a very quick intro to the video you're about to watch. So this video was actually pre-recorded about a month ago, and I put it in a couple of different Facebook groups. And I just wanted to expand my reach and also to post this video on this channel so I can help more people and, of course, provide you guys with a different kind of value, a video that's a bit different than what I usually make. But I think this will be very helpful and very valuable, especially if you have an e-commerce store or you're in the e-commerce industry as a whole. Okay, so without further ado, let's play the video and then I'll see you on the other side after it's done. How to leverage chatbots for your store. Okay, so we'll go over a little bit about who I am, why you should listen to me, what chatbots really are, because there's a misconception on what they are and what they can do. We'll also talk about how to set up your store's chatbot correctly, because there's definitely a few different ways of doing it, but what I'm going to outline will be the best way for you to get started. The fourth thing is entry points for your chatbot. So we want to be able to provide different ways to get people to interact with the bot, because otherwise, if people don't interact with it or talk to us, then it's a complete waste of time. Then we'll talk a little bit about how to optimize that experience for the user, because you want to increase your conversion rate and reduce your costs. And also at the end of this presentation, there's going to be a way for you to install a free eCom chatbot template that I created for you. It comes with a variety of different things. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. It is no opt-in required, and there's nothing to sell. There is nothing to pitch in this presentation. Just want to provide, again, some more value to you guys and help you guys get started on your chatbot journey. Okay, so let's dive right into it. So who I am. First of all, I have other shirts and other outfits because it's funny, I'm wearing the exact same outfit except with shorter and messier hair. But I've been building bots since June of 2018. So I found out about chatbots in May of 2018. First thing that I saw or noticed was like, oh, this messenger bot, this Facebook bot thing. And I was like, oh, what is this? And when I dug deeper and deeper, I really fell in love with it. And I've been building bots ever since. The second thing is I'm also one of the world's first certified chatbot copywriters. So I'm certified through Messenger Funnels, and this is the little badge that I got right there. But basically it means that I can make really good and engaging chatbot copy, conversational copy, because obviously keep in mind there's a variety of different copywriting categories, and it's very different than ad copy that's related to social media, Facebook ads, or your YouTube ads. I know they're mostly video, but there's also different ways to implement copywriting. But chatbot copywriting is very different, and it's good to be able to have that skill. Okay. The next thing is I went to both ManyChat conferences. So both Conversations 2018 and 2019 were held in September of the respective years, and they were both in Austin, Texas, the United States. So it's really cool because I got to expand my network. I got to learn more about chatbots, and really they were just both amazing experiences, and I'm glad I went to both of them. And now fast forward to today, I'm on a mission to help e-commerce brands implement conversational marketing. Okay, so again, that's why I'm creating this video. That's why I'm fully all in on e-commerce chatbots, and so excited to tell you a little more about it. So what chatbots really are, okay? So this is probably what you're used to already, probably on a variety of different websites. It might not be Messenger based or ManyChat based, but basically there's a chat widget on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, and there's a way to ask questions, support, or send a support ticket. And then obviously you enter some sort of response and you get a response back. So yes, a chatbot starts out as an automated chat assistant, but then they're also amplified into so much more. They're also used as conversational marketing funnels. Okay, so this is just a screenshot of a lead qualification flow that I made a while ago. And basically it's way more fun and interactive than a traditional survey, for example. But with each response that the user sends out or selects, we can tag them with certain pieces of information that we know, okay, that user is interested in this, and that, their income level is that, and they're in this area. They've spent this much amount of money or whatever. These are the product categories that they're interested in. So with every single response, we know more and more about them, and we're able to qualify them as a prospect and a customer. So it's really handy to be able to do this with a chatbot, which I don't know, but I know a lot of people don't really know about this, or they also underestimate the power of doing this within a chatbot. right? But also, more importantly, chatbots can be used as a full-blown omni-channel marketing system. Okay, so this image is courtesy of ManyChat, and basically what this means is there's 3 different platforms. You have Messenger, email, and SMS text messaging, and being able to communicate with your prospects and customers on multiple channels is very, very important, right? Because you're able to have a conversation with them on the channel that they prefer, right? On their terms, not on our terms. It's not like, okay, you can only use, email to talk to us because we're really old school and maybe you prefer something that's more instantaneous. We haven't set that up, right? Being able to implement at least 3 channels like this in one very seamless and flawless system is very, very important to have a high conversion rate and also to reduce your costs, right? If you set this up properly. So again, that's just another application of chatbots, which a lot of people do not know about and that I'm very excited to help e-commerce stores implement. So in order to set up your store's chatbot correctly, again, there's a few different ways that you can do this, but these are the minimum 6 things you have to do. Otherwise, you're missing 1 or 2 pieces and it's just going to be a tragedy and people are not going to take you seriously. Okay, so first thing is a live chat feature, right? So we want to be able to provide a personal human interaction. The best chatbots are those that combine automation with human responses. So that's something to keep in mind. But of course, it's not everything that can be answered with automation, right? So it's very important to be able to have a human to jump in at any time and just answer some questions. The second thing is an interactive FAQ list, right? Because I'm sure even for your store or your business right now, there's a few questions that you get over and over again and you just wish that you can automate it and stuff like that. It could be something related to shipping times or refund policy or how to purchase or payment options, all that stuff. And having an FAQ list is very, very important for that. The third thing is a way to showcase your products, right? Because you want to be able to show the products that you have for sale within Messenger, within the chatbot. Otherwise, having just your website and just relying on your website, it doesn't really offer such a good user experience if you don't have a way for people to also buy directly within Messenger, which is possible to do with a pro account. But you want to be able to showcase your products, right? Show them different product groups or categories. Show them, different price points and stuff, depending on what they respond with. That's very, very important to have. So the fourth thing is main menu, right? Because you want to be able to redirect users to different aspects of the bot, and different aspects could be, any of these 3 and other things such as quizzes and stuff. But you want to have a main menu because you don't want a dead end with the chatbot, right? As soon as somebody enters a certain, an input or they respond with something and the bot just leaves them hanging, you've already reduced the conversion rate there. You've already made the user experience not so great, right? So having a main menu to kind of restart everything is very important. I keep saying very important. It's actually funny. So the fifth thing is keywords, okay? Keywords are basically how people traditionally think of chatbots, where you enter a short word or a phrase and then you get a certain response back. So that is very important and it's fundamental to how a chatbot works. And I'll show you a quick example of that in a little bit. And then the sixth and final thing is growth tools, right? So growth tools is, again, what allows people to get into the bot, but again, without having some sort of way to get people to interact with your chatbot, there's no point in creating all of this and just having no people use it, right? So I'll go over some examples of that as well. So entry points for your chatbot. Again, growth tools allow people to get into your conversational ecosystem. Now, I want people to think of it as a conversational ecosystem, not just a chatbot, right? Bot sounds like automation, sounds like boring. And we don't want it to sound like that because it's not. Right? So this is a screenshot of a growth tool flow that I created, which is also included in the template that I created for you. But basically, when people interact with the customer chat widget on the bottom right-hand corner, they get tagged so that we know exactly where they came from. And then we send them to, for example, the FAQ flow. Now, you can change this to any flow that you want, depending on the context. Maybe they don't want to be directed to FAQ flow. Maybe they want to be redirected to some sort of main menu. Of course, you can change that. But this is just one example of a growth tool. So let's go over some examples on ManyChat, right? And all of these growth tools are going to be included in a template, as well as all the keywords. So, for example, these are the 3 growth tools that will be included in a template. Okay, so this quick example, chat widget to FAQ flow, this is exactly what I showed you. You can drag this around. This is called the flow builder within ManyChat. And to edit, you just click on the top right-hand corner. But basically, yeah, when somebody interacts with your chat, they get sent to the FAQ flow. I have a couple of comments here to remind you about certain things, to change things up, or just some FYIs, okay? And then another growth tool, for example, that you can use and they should use is a QR code. And you'd be like, well, Brian, if I have an e-commerce business, why would I need a QR code? Like, how can I use that? Simple. I'm glad you asked. So say, for example, you have a QR code printed, right, on a sheet of paper with some instructions on how to scan it, because not everybody knows how. And you want to give them an incentive to scan it, right? So say, for example, oh, scan this QR code for 10% off your next order. Now, when they scan the code, right, so they're going to, basically, let me backtrack, that you print out the sheet of paper and then you put it into the package that they receive from your store, right? So they receive that piece of paper with the actual item that they bought. So then they get it and then they can scan it. And when they scan it, they enter into your chatbot ecosystem. They get a welcome message, right? Then they get a chance to, for example, if they want, they can click on main menu, or they know more about FAQs, or they just have another opportunity to buy from you. So again, this can be changed to anything and changed according to your own purposes. But again, this is just an example, and this comes with a template that I created. But that's just one application and one use of a QR code. Okay, and these are the 12 keyword lists that come with the templates. So, how keywords would work is, say, for example, I created a template from the point of view of a watch store. So when somebody interacts with the watch store's bot and they have a message, right? And then within that message, there's a word that says analog. Well, when they, right now it's turned off, but when it's turned on, when that message is sent to us with the word analog in it, they're going to be sent to this flow, which this flow is going to teach them and tell them more about the analog watch products that we have, right? Again, make sure you change this according to your own purposes, unless you sell watches. But this is just an example. So again, when they send a message to us that contains analog, they get sent this message. And then after that, we ask them if this is what they're looking for or if that helped. And with that, we want to give them different responses depending on what they say, right? If they say yes, we give them one response. If they say no, we want to provide them, maybe there's some other products, or maybe, would you like to chat with a human representative? So it's good to have, different responses for different options that they choose and different buttons that they press, as a quick chatbot copywriting tip. But this is just another example where if they have a certain keyword, right? If you have a certain keyword, they type it in, and then the chatbot recognizes it. They get a certain flow, which in this case is what happens when they click on the word, or when they utilize the word analog. Okay. So again, this comes with the template that I created. So let's go back right here. So we went over a couple of quick examples. So let's talk about some chatbot experience optimization tips. Okay. The very first thing is treat every user interaction like an adventure to optimize your chatbot. So this is a screenshot of the product groups flow, okay? But whenever you create anything within ManyChat or a chatbot in general, make sure that it's fun, right? Make sure it's engaging, make sure it's high quality, right? As high quality images, are you utilizing emojis and stuff like that? Because if you don't make it, engaging, you don't make it fun, they might use it once or twice, but then they never come back, and you defeat the purpose of setting all this up and creating it. Right? And when you create anything, make sure it works properly, right? Is it sending people to the right flow? Is it the right information? Does it align with your users? Does it align with your brand, right? Does it have the correct context? It's all these things that you need to keep in mind whenever you're creating a chatbot, because a good user experience is ultimately what maintains those, 80% click-through rates and 40%, or 80% open rates and 40% click-through rates. And the second thing is always make sure to start with the end goal in mind, right? It's like you're creating some sort of funnel, right? You know what you want at the end, or at least I hope you know what you want at the end, right? Some sort of conversion, right? Whether that is a booked appointment or a sales call or a tripwire sale or a high ticket sale. Once you know what you want at the end, you create everything above it that leads to that point, right? So this is kind of what you should be thinking about. This is exactly what you should be thinking about when you're creating a chatbot. Right. So in this example, this is a screenshot of the quiz flow that I created. But basically, at the end of the quiz, they, we tell them what kind of watch type they are as a fun way to have them figure out what their watch type is. And then guess what? We send them a link, and we provide them with a way to see the analog watches we have for sale. So that's one application there. So yeah, whenever you're creating a quiz or any flow or anything within a chatbot or a funnel for that matter, you need to start with the end goal in mind. Okay. So I know that this is probably a very highly anticipated part of this presentation, but like I said, at the end of this presentation, which is right now, there's a free eCom chatbot template that I created for you. Okay, so to help you fast track your chatbot implementation, I created a free jam-packed template that you can install. So I don't know if you can see this here, it's a little small, but it comes with 3 growth tools, 12 keywords, and 21 flows. Okay, it comes with everything you possibly need. It includes all those 6 things that I told you about. It was recently updated just a few days ago. And there's also a video to teach you how to install it for your own store and your own account. Yeah, there's just, this template literally comes with everything you possibly need. I don't care what anybody says. You don't need anything else to get started. Okay, but I do say it is optional because even though it's no opt-in, I do at this moment, full disclosure, require you to complete a short no opt-in survey to get the link to install it. So when you get a copy of these slides and you open it up, you can click on this link directly, or you can copy and paste it into your browser. But then basically you'll be sent to this page, and then at the, scroll down a little bit, and then you get a few questions. When you answer those questions and submit your response, then you get the link to install the template. So the only reason why I'm doing this is that I'm trying to do a little more research to understand you guys better, to understand what you want to learn, to understand the way you think and your problems and your issues and stuff, so I can provide better content and more value to you. Okay, that's really literally all that why I'm doing this and why I'm creating this. But again, I say it's optional because you don't need the template, right? You can literally copy and paste exactly what I created throughout this whole presentation, and take the screenshots that I have, create it yourself, etc. You don't need this template. But again, if you do want to fast track your chatbot implementation and you do want to install that template, I do require you to fill out the survey. And I really, really appreciate that. So that's it. Okay, thank you so much for your time. You basically now have more chatbot knowledge than 90% of the e-commerce business owners out there. Sorry. This is just a picture of me and Steve Chu, the founder of mywifequitherjob.com, and he was a speaker at the Conversations 2019 conference, and I was able to take a quick picture with him, which I'm very grateful for. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to serve. Comment below with your questions. Don't direct message me. I want to keep everything public and to help as many people as possible. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks, and talk soon. All right, welcome back. So hopefully you enjoyed that video. Hopefully it's been very valuable to you and you got a lot of information out of it. If you do want to fill out the survey to get the free chatbot template, the link will be in the description below. And make sure you stay tuned for other videos in the future that I'll put out. I want to change up the format and just experiment with this video, and also just create these videos more often so that you can see more of a back end and overview, and also stuff that's more specific and detailed in the e-commerce niche. Okay, so subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.